Coach, thanks so much for joining us on the call today. If you take a minute to tie up the season opener against Holy Cross, and we expect to see as you begin conference play Saturday against USF.
Well, again, I think any time that you win, you're always pleased because it's hard to win. But it was good to get a chance to see our guys compete on the field because, again, being here and never having to have the opportunity to see them compete against somebody else was something that, I think you find out more about your team, and for them to come back and do what we were able to do in the third and fourth quarter there, I thought was showed something about the character and the willing to compete for 60 minutes. A lot of things we got to do to get better this week and continue to go forward, but I think as a staff we now have a much better idea of what we've got and what guys can do, and so we're looking forward to the tremendous challenge that we're going to have facing South Florida this weekend, and look forward to the opportunity.
I'll take questions for Coach Randy Edsall, please. *1 on your telephone keypad will put you in the queue, then the operator will introduce you. And again, *1 for questions, please.
Thank you. Our first question will come from Mike Anthony with the Hartford Courant.
Good morning, Randy.
Good morning, Mike.
Wondered if you had any update on the quarterback situation, if you've come to any decision on that front.
No, not yet. We've been involved with personnel stuff over the weekend, and now we're getting into the game planning part of it. So I would think by tomorrow, in terms of the press conference that I have, that it will announce a two deep at right before that.
Okay. How about at linebacker? Any update on Junior Avante?
No, all that stuff, that's always going to be a Tuesday situation. Anything that we'll address from a personnel standpoint will never get addressed until Tuesday.
Gotcha. How about just your general impressions of South Florida, Randy, and what you expect?
They're a very fine football team. They're well coached. They're a talented football team. They've got experience. And again, it's one of those situations where we're going to have to play very, very well. We're going to have a great week of preparation.
Thanks.
Thank you. Next, we'll hear from Neil Ostat with Journal-Inquirer.
Hey, Randy. I was going to ask you about Jordan Swan and what you thought of his debut. Obviously, he showed a lot of speed, but just got to, I guess, get the decision-making down as far as, fair catches and playing that deep one.
Yeah, he did. He made some nice things happen, during the game, but he also showed that it was, he was a freshman out there, and the one thing about Jordan, he is fearless, and I think, what he has to understand is, this is a little bit different than high school, that, there's a certain way that you're going to block, punt returns and kick returns, and understanding where everybody's trying to take their man and stay within those confines, because, again, he has enough ability to be very, very productive, there. But, again, I expect him to be better, this week, and now that he's had an opportunity to see some things out there really in a game situation. So, again, he just has to learn how to, just do your job and stay within the confines of what the returns will call for.
Thanks.
Thank you. And next we'll hear from Chris Vanini with the All-American.
Coach, what was it like, being the head coach of UConn again compared to when you left? What was different? What was the same? Were things familiar for you?
No, it was the same. Wasn't anything different, Again, I just appreciate that we were able to get away with a win, and I thought that we had, the fans came out, and hopefully we can just continue to build on it and continue to get better.
Thank you.
And do you have any other questions for Coach Edsall, please? *1 on your telephone keypad, if so. Coach, thanks for your time today. We look forward to talking to you again next Monday.
Sounds good.